Dave and Armand, let me be the first to welcome you to IBM. It's been quite a journey, but the progress that you guys have made as a company, the impact that you've had on the world is incredible. And so we are really excited that this day has finally arrived. And as you guys know, we've spent a lot of time thinking through what are the synergy levers between the two companies together. And I'd say we're really optimistic about things like Terraform and Ansible. I think we see synergy with OpenShift and Vault. I think we're like-minded in that we all love infrastructure. We love solving these hard problems. And as we've kind of rebuilt IBM strategy, the focus has been hybrid cloud, AI. I think you guys were one of the early leaders in hybrid cloud, even if it wasn't called that at that point. And I think we're probably just scratching the surface of what's possible in AI. We made a big bet on automation 4 years ago. To me, this is the next step of moving beyond FinOps, beyond networking, to the world's greatest provider of automation for infrastructure. That's HashiCorp, and it aligns great with what we're doing in hybrid cloud. So Dave, why IBM? Why now? Why is this good for HashiCorp?
We're really fixated on this notion of singularity of mission, which is around this enabling consistency across the modern estate. That's been our goal for the last decade plus. That is IBM's aspiration in a much, much larger way. And so to the extent that we can align what we're trying to accomplish with what IBM's trying to accomplish, it just makes a perfect complementary fit. And we're hopeful will allow us to reach a scale that we've not yet seen.
So Armand, why IBM for HashiCorp? Why is this good for innovation, for technology, for HashiCorp employees?
For us, we always joked, HashiCorp's dream was HashiCorp in every data center. And I think in combination with IBM, there's that opportunity to really accelerate that, to really say, what would it look like to actually be in all 2,000 of the Fortune 2000? It's the go-to-market reach, it's the global presence that IBM has, and the ability to sort of invest at a scale that we can't. So, we have 10 products for a company of our size is a bit absurd, right? But for a company of IBM size, it's less absurd. And so I think we've always been more constrained by our resources than by our sort of innovation.
Yeah, I think obviously the scale that IBM brings is really, really unique to us. And I think what we can bring is a little bit of the DNA of sort of the forward lean it takes to get small companies off the ground and going, that sort of drives us each and every day, and how we infuse that into our product development processes, but also how we take that to market, I think is something we're super excited to see play out inside a larger umbrella.
So I think for us, being laser focused on what are going to be the needle movers near term, and let's really get those nailed down and get them in market and see the success that's going to drive, and then be very judicious on, okay, let's expand that surface of area of integration, but do it in a controlled way to make sure that we can keep the Hashi business on track and growing, but continue to find those synergies across the business.
We don't want anybody in HashiCorp to change anything they're doing, to be honest. It's like, we know how to build great products in HashiCorp, let's keep doing that.
We're super excited to be officially a part of the family, looking forward to all the great products we can build together.
Really thrilled to be part of the organization and really looking forward to what we can accomplish together.
This is a very exciting day. We've done so much work on how technology aligns, how our teams can work together. So I'm excited for all of you to be a part of this. We're really excited to get going together. A lot of growth ahead.